Today I have one of the GM Delco stereos in the shop for a particular problem that's seen most common, 1 o'clock being stuck in the display. This is similar to all the GM Delcos from about 83 to early 90s. There were several different varieties of this, but they're all basically the same. This one is from an 86 Chevy Camaro. We have the power button, which is here. And on other models you have the on-off on the volume control. But today I'm going to show you what we have here. We have, if I power this up here on the bench, we should have 1 o'clock in the display. And turning the power on and off makes no difference. Of course, turning the volume control makes no difference either. This is a common problem with it being stuck at 1 o'clock. What we're going to need to take care of this is a control cleaner or some type of cleaner, a 1/4-inch drive, and a small flathead screwdriver. If you need help getting the stereo out of the car, I do have removal guides on the website, carstereoremoval.com. Once you get the radio out, we're going to start with the top cover, remove the 3 screws that are securing the top cover here. This is I'll say a pretty simple fix. It takes care of one of the problems with this radio. I'm looking for comments on this radio or any of the GM Delco radios as well. When it comes to problems you might have, I'm looking at doing a series of videos for repairing these older stereos. Now we have the top cover off. We're going to come back to our 1/4-inch drive. There are 5 screws that secure this circuit board on, and if you look at the top you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but that's not the 5. We're going to take the 4 here on the top securing the circuit board, and if you notice, these 4 also have a little washer on them, so we want to make sure these get back here secured in the right spot so they help give ground to the top circuit board. Now here are the 2 at the front. We only want the one on the circuit board, and the 5th one is here around the back by the antenna. It can be here on the top, and I've also seen it, depending on the year, here down below it. So now I'm going to remove this screw, and this will allow us to remove the circuit board here. I'm going to lift this up because we want access. We can disconnect this, but that can cause bending pins if you're not used to it, so we're just going to push it back out of the way. Now what we're looking at here is the motherboard of most of these radios, and they have the same circuitry in all of them. What we have here is what's called the sync IC. This one is the one that sets up all the timing for the processor, and the timing is done through this crystal here and this tuning capacitor. And what I find out is if the timing doesn't get set up properly, it freezes up. And we have the radio freezing at 1 o'clock or possibly another time. But it doesn't move. Power doesn't make it power up. And whatever you try doesn't make it work. Every once in a while come up, maybe fade out and stop. But usually what takes care of this is I see that the tuning capacitor here, this is a white tuning capacitor. It can be located in several places in the radio. This particular one seems to be sitting right here where we can see it easily. Tuck some of the wires back so you can see it as well. What we're looking at here is we're trying to remember the point that this capacitor is pointing. There is a groove in the top of it for a screw. So I'm going to turn around and put a dot way out to the side over here on this ribbon cable where I can see it. Happens to be in line with the way the slot in the screw is going in the top of the tuning cap, excuse me. So we're going to spray this. I've seen several things here. Usually when you first turn this, you should hear a click as you turn it. Now you've got to remember the position that it's in. It's very important because the timing's all set up and can throw everything off in the radio. So now we're going to take it. Oh, this one didn't click, but that's all right. We're going to twist it. Now we're going to take this screw and we're going to turn it 360 degrees clockwise. Then we're going to turn it back to 360 clockwise, back to its original position. Then I'm going to turn it 360 counterclockwise out of position. And then I'm going to swing it back clockwise 360 back to its original position, aiming right at the mark I was at. And we're going to see what we have from here. I'm going to take the top cover, place it back down on the board. I have to put at least one of these top screws in because it does supply ground to the circuit board, and just one of these can take care of it. It's just going to secure it so that we can check the radio before we put it all back together. I still have my power hooked up. We're in the power off position, and I'm going to hook these wires up again and see what we get. We get 1 o'clock right away, and we're going to wait a second or two because the radio's off, and turn it on. We have AM, and we have an FM stereo light as well. These are other problems I can attend to as well on this radio. If wiring diagrams are needed, those are available on the website carstereoremoval.com for checking power to the radio. If you have problems with this radio, thumbs up on the video, and in the comments list your problem. I will look at putting together videos for specific problems for this radio. I'm hoping this is the first in a series of many for the many problems this radio has. If this video has been helpful or you need help, hope this video has been helpful, please subscribe. Thank you for watching.